ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Logitech G, Pay Safeguard, TheScoreEsports.com, G2A, NVIDIA, and ESEA.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to late night Counter-Strike action here in Europe. It is the ESL Pro League. I'm joined by Vendetta and Pansy for this one. So, 25-23 was the end score. SK won it. Your FaZe 2-0 has already gone out the window and left. But what a game. I mean, Rain tried.
Tried so hard.
He
really
so
tried.
49 kills maybe at the end of it, somewhere around there. That was pretty incredible.
I'm not going to do it, Helpful. We'll leave it
In the end, it never really matters. Yeah, we not go there. I kind of left it hanging for you. I just didn't want to.
Twitch chat.
I was looking for Lauren for some support, but no. Kind of like Rain, nowhere to be found.
It's just looking around his team. He's like, guys,
help me.
guys. Meanwhile, over on the other side, Moddy and Magic's boy, once again online is rocking it.
Wow, the accusations
taking
coming
the words out of Freeze's mouth.
Exactly, it was Freeze. I think it was Moses was saying over there, like, I think someone said something about it, like, it was Freeze, and he was livid, to be fair. And you can't really blame him. They did kind of mess up a hell of a lot when they did play, I think it was during the qualifiers,
MLG,
and it was just like, what's happened? Because these guys were good. You know, Magic is starting to play sick, but they just crumbled once they got to those offline settings. Now, outside of that, it was. You could see that they could handle it well there individually. Good players, maybe not to Rain's caliber, but still insane game.
Yeah, it was absolutely nuts. And for we started talking about it as the, I guess, the regular time started coming to an end. We were thinking, the highlight of this is going to be FaZe not knowing where A and B is.
They discovered it for overtime. That's the only side they actually hit.
The irony of it all.
Exactly. So everything just kind of turned on its head, and the story or narrative of the game just became completely different. Because for the longest time, during the first 30 rounds, you'd see FaZe trying to go A or try to get mid control, and eventually SK, getting smart to that and basically stocking up on those sites. But it was just a weird game. I really liked the way SK played their CT side for the better part of it. They were aggressive a lot of the time, trying to find information on both bomb sites, and also playing aggressively mid. Pretty much executing a ton of strats, while FaZe didn't really have that much saved up, but still made for a pretty entertaining game.
Yeah, and all those force rounds in there as well. Nobody could hold rounds back to back, but crazy, crazy stuff. Don't forget, guys, check out the Score Esports app for the score stats and articles. Check it all out on Google Play or iOS. So I'm told the game is about ready to go. The casters are not going to get a break. We're going to keep them working hard, and then we're going to get them casting NALCS. NALCS?
Wow. Even different games now.
NA Pro League. Woo! Just to keep Moses at home. Anyway, well, he's used to the NALCS because he watches it all the time. He tries to claim he's not a League of Legends guy, yet he watches it everywhere. He's going to go to Worlds as well. Anyway, let's get over to the casters, guys, for SK versus FaZe.
Get wrecked.
Well, this has turned into a fun evening, huh?
I don't know what's going on. I mean, I know we're tired, but all I really need is, first, half of these mess-ups tonight have been golden. Of course, Lauren and Halvor's upcoming mixtape of duets as well. I mean, it's going to be great.
Have you noticed the angsty years? Have you noticed that as the clock ticks on, Vendetta looks more and more like a vampire?
It's funny that, it's just a slow metamorphosis, I think. Once we hit midnight, it's going to be done. And done.
I didn't think it could be done, but he keeps getting closer and closer to like a Cullen.
Have you seen where he's staying in the hotel? It's just a bar on the ceiling. He just hangs from it. There's no bed there. He just chills upside down like that. So I wondered at first. I thought it was some kind of crazy monkey kind of thing, but no, it's a vampire thing. Anyway, Mirage is going to be coming up next, guys. We're all losing it.
Fat powder monkeys this week. We have just regular monkeys now. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Don't know. In fact, previously, before that last map, Mirage was the last time these two teams went head-to-head. It was actually SK 16-14 up here, so knife round coming right at you. Like more of these quality pulls. As, one of us is going to get fired by the end of the night. We'll see.
Probably.
Yeah, so SK to come away with that one in the end there as well, killing his teammate there, Moddy. Yeah, so I mean, look, FaZe have just played this one recently, actually, and they put up a decent performance against Na'Vi. It was a 16-12 game from FaZe, so... they've shown us that they've got what it takes here as well. And SK also took Envy to a tiebreaker on Mirage a couple... last month, actually, so... Yeah, I expect to see interesting things from both these guys.
Yeah, well, especially after the last, that cash match. I mean, I know it was the amount of overtimes is pretty crazy. Doubt we see that again. But, I mean, they do seem to be matched at a certain level with some of these individual plays. The big thing is, for FaZe, someone other than Rain has got to start dropping some bombs. I mean, they all have their impact, but he seemed very, very alone at the top of the scoreboard. They couldn't match the SK Gaming individual performances, which is surprising for a team with so much skill. But look at that. Pimp getting aggressive, looks for some info, finds a headshot.
Yep, the Pimp hand comes out, and it is strong. Rain falls to that one. And Jacob now trying to respond on towards Freeze. 4v4 here, as FaZe have already made some progress on towards his A side here as well. They've got the guns trained on the heads of SK, and Modi will be the most recent one to fall. Bomb planted. FaZe again. Very, very similar to their start to Cash, where they made their way in and got a very, very clean plant with 4 still standing. And that's Pimp going down. Magisk and the ceiling going to come from 2 different angles here as well. There's many, many players to be firing at, and Jacob is going to send Magisk Boy on an early holiday. Now Asilian as well, we're just going to be gunned down as well. Quite a clean opening there from FaZe. Once they started to make their way up to ramp, it was all done and done.
Yeah, they lose that member top mid, but they just over on the bomb site so quickly. Get that bomb planted. Modi can't stop it. He's in CT spawn. He's all alone. He's not smoked off. He had an opportunity to actually kill the planner. Couldn't get it done. Now we see investment into this second round. Cillian armor, upgraded pistol. Modi has the Deagle. Magisk Boy as well, this easy with armor. Scout on the Pimp. So they're going to try and do a little bit of damage. They're going up against a lot of rifles. We don't see very many SMGs. Just Rain with the MAC-10 and the utility. And they take complete mid control. So opposite of Cash, where we didn't see this very often, right off the bat, FaZe is establishing the fact that they're going to take this mid control, and they want to have it, and they want to be able to utilize it moving forward.
So on the list of buzzwords, we definitely have mid control being one of them here. Both these two teams vying for it heavily. Maybe we'll see some cheap rotates later as well. But for now, FaZe are biding their time here. And as Magisk and Pimp had stacked themselves up a bit, we did just see that briefly earlier on. It's not going to give too much away for free. And this is sensible from FaZe. Have gone into the AKs pretty early on in the piece. We've seen a lot of teams that obviously favour some SMGs, but this is Mirage. This is plenty of long angles, and FaZe really just want to shut down SK before they have to get up close and personal. It'll be Rain, though. One of the only players toting the MAC-10. And Jacob is just going to shut down Pimp as he pushes his way through. So Magisk now goes for a bit of a gambit, does push out, gets a good amount of damage as well on towards Jacob as well as hitting Rain. But there's the nade, well placed, and AZ will respond on towards Freeze. So FaZe get through as well. Fairly clinical stuff for them here. Another day at the office, and it seems to be working for them so far.
Yeah, all they've lost is the MAC-10, so not a bad round. Freeze rotates over just to see his mate get blown up by an HE grenade. A little bit jarring, but I mean, this is a nice plant in the B bomb site. So Modi and Asilian, they're going to try and find some kind of exit kill. That's all they really have left to do here. Asilian's going to be on a big flank, Modi in the connector. But no one from FaZe is really giving it up, and it looks like this is the danger part, though, because Fox, AZ, and Jacob are going to retreat through the halls. So is Fox. Michael Ailey's all alone in window room, and actually that's very close to Modi. Because Michael Ailey can't go back through the B bomb site. Modi's going to hear this. And if he can get this kill, he'll be able to salvage that AK.
Just a quick peek with the Desert Eagle might yield something. But no, Modi opts to sit tight right now, of course. With the CZ and armor and helmet, Asilian wants to hold on to that one. Modi as well will maintain his Desert Eagle, but FaZe with 2 on the trot.
And I hope FaZe sticks to that into the gun rounds. That taking over middle, making sure they have control of it, using the smokes in places like window, like in the oh my lord. This is how late it's getting.
Yeah.
in the connector, smoking the connector into window room. I hope they continue that, because that was their main crux on Cash, was that they couldn't control the middle of the map, and they couldn't do anything based off of that. They have to do it here in this. It's so important on Mirage.
Rain is the sole Palace player right now, still with the MAC-10, so would love to pick Pimp's head off his shoulders if he were to make the peak, but no one really providing at this stage for Rain as the rest of his team gets in position to FaZe. I mean, this is a stack, of course, for SK over on towards A. They've got everyone here. And I guess Rain wants to try and glean some information of that. He wants to see some players, even if he doesn't necessarily dispatch them, because FaZe don't actually know if it's safe to be pushing B yet. Great little peek from Rain. Takes down Modi, who was just set up there. Pimp will make a peek as well. Oh, the timing for Rain. Quick flick back in that direction, though. He's seen quite a few plays, but the bomb actually got to come A anyway. So FaZe play into a stack here for SK, but Pimp and Freeze are going to be dashed aside quite easily. And there's Fox as well, picks up a Cillian. And it's just going to be Magisk left behind that box there as well. Does have the Desert Eagle, peeks out for one shot, and it will connect, but it won't be enough as FaZe get their 3rd on the round and play off that pistol round pretty comfortably.
Yeah, they walk right into a stack, but they have such overwhelming firepower that it works out fine for them. They lose one player who had an AK, but Rain's able to salvage it, so no real money lost. You can see good amount of money built up. 5,000 to 6,000 on pretty much everyone except for Michael Ailey. He's down at 650. He was the one who just fell, but Smoke towards the basic catwalk once again to allow them to get towards top mid safely, avoid any Opper who's in the window room. It's only really Connector they have to worry about. No one's peeking from there. Cillian just going to drop a smoke. He'll be able to peer over the top of this. Just waiting to see if anyone's going to get fast up catwalk.
Doesn't look like that's the plan for FaZe at this stage. They've actually brought 3 players back slowly through T-spawn. Now, FaZe actually has the AWP, and he's watching from ticket booth here, so he'll be playing into that setup. FaZe definitely expecting him to be sat in mid-window. Justifiably so. There's Freeze, picks up Rain, and that might throw a spanner in the works here, but Fox and AZ still seem to be determined to make their way up tier ramp in some way or another. But how do they facilitate a push in? They do have a bit of utility, some flashes of smoke there as well. Freeze is actually going to push across. Checks Connector briefly. Jacob is in mid, but not pushed up as far as Connector, so he's not going to see anything now. Modi forced to relocate a little bit here as well, as that Molotov probably not hitting the entire intended target. And that's FaZe coming through now as well. Modi falls, Freeze forced to now come back to ticket booth and try and make the repick, but Pimp and Cillian are there. Fox, though, so right back in his face, Cillian. And there's Freeze picking up Fox. There's just one left. It's Michaelelli here in dark. Bomb, still a bit of a walk away.
Yeah, there's no real opportunity here for Michaelelli. He's going to peek. Oh, he gets 1. Okay, so now he puts it into a 1-on-1. He has nothing to block off the AWP of Freeze. He's got to take this battle, and Freeze is going to find it. Can't get a swift shot on that one. 3 kills for Freeze. Nice hold, all starting with that one pick-off onto Rain, who just kind of walked out halls. Did it the previous round with that MAC-10, so maybe, you know, Freeze a little bit, you know, paying attention to that, thinking it might be a definite possibility into the gun round.
Well, it seemed like FaZe for the entire round were like, Freeze is probably mid-window. Probably still there. Okay, he's just picked us from ticket booth. Could still be going back to mid-window. They pushed Jacob down mid eventually, but they didn't use that at all as they had in the past. Because they didn't have an AWP themselves, of course. Michael Lee went for the AK. There's a smoke now this time. Freeze is in connector, though, so that's where the threat's going to be for them. And bomb dropped in courtyard as 3 players posture in the direction of B. It's an underpass push for Jacob and Michaelelli. Pop up and connector and maybe take Freeze by surprise here.
Cillian and Muddy just pushed down A ramp, and they saw there was no one there, so I'm curious to see the response from them. Right now, both of them are staying at the A bomb site. Freeze is in middle, or in the window room now, just bailing out and going over towards the B bomb site, so they have a good read of what's coming now. Still no departure from the A site for the 2 rifles. But SK seem to be leaning over towards this B bomb site, and that could just be the perfect defense for them to have.
Might just be right. Rain. Got some Molotov in front of him there, so not going to be making any progress forward for now, but looks like FaZe are pretty much ready to pull the trigger. Freeze at point blank, finds Fox, but he won't get the second. Has to take his chances with that one, and AC is going to make him pay. Pimp forced to push right out on towards his side and not able to get a kill for his trouble, so a little bit aggressive from the man there. As he definitely wanted to leave that safety of the cover and try and make something happen, but Modi and Cillian here sat towards A, just having a mother's meeting, of course, on most of the round. There's no way that they can really get involved here. They're going to have to sit on those guns and save. Yeah,
and this is a disaster now for SK. This is the nightmare situation. They get their economy reset completely. They survived with 2 players in the last round, so they haven't been able to build up any money in that first win. So now it's going to be just a save, and it might even be a double save. Pimp's down at 50, Freeze with 200. You're only going to get 1,400 in bonus. Cillian's at 0, but at least he'll have a rifle into the next round. But these are the only 2 weapons they'll have unless they get cleared out. Pop flash. There's some nice cover from Cillian. Still pushing forward his FaZe. Madi does find one, and AZ's a little bit low to take this fight. He's got an AWP. He's just holding the angle, waiting for Madi to peek into it, but it's not going to happen. So SK's going to go away with 1 M4. But other than that, FaZe Clan has them right where they wanted.
Yeah, and you can see the FaZe were more than happy to be a bit risky in trying to get the guns away from SK in those last few moments. They knew that SK were in dire straits, and well, you can see there as well. It's not good money whatsoever. AZ having a much better game this time, to start with at least. 6-1 for him. A few eco bashes in there as well, so it's going to make the score look a bit prettier, but good signs for him now, as definitely was a little bit quiet on that last one. Fox opens up. Cillian getting a little bit too close for comfort there. Wanted to get the early T-ramp pick, and unfortunately he's going to get plenty of information. Unfortunately, no way to act on it here.
Bummer for SK because they invested in this. Muddy picks up an M4. He has full nades as well and a kit, but FaZe pretty much completely avoids him. Aggression across the map. He pushed up towards underpass, and he finds absolutely nothing.
They've got 2 players shoved up mid as well. Magisk and Freeze really getting aggressive.
And now it's just try and save the guns, try and save these rifles again. But it does look like FaZe is going to be on a little bit of a hunt here as they've built up some bank, and they're about to build up more.
Freeze going to back away from that challenge, realizing that, well, he may not have much in his inventory, but he still wants to keep it for as long as he possibly can. Putting his pride aside, and FaZe, yeah, another easy motion on towards that A side again, and they will be able to continue to build up that money. SK losing Cillian earlier on definitely hurt them. Just a very astute pick from Fox to open things up for them. That's all that they really had to do. And these are very... Oh, some of these rounds are pretty low resistance from SK. FaZe getting a few easy ones on the board, already with 5 T rounds in the bag. Just a nightmare start for SK.
Yeah, this is rough stuff. At least they keep the 2 rifles. They can use those this round, see if they can do any damage with them. But I mean, moving forward, they're now FaZe has a great opportunity to get up towards 6 very early on in this match. And that is not good for the CT side. AZ finds that opening kill into Freeze, and this is the curious part too. They have these 2 rifles. Get them into the action first.
Oh.
The pistols are getting picked off. Rain is just dealing death. This is really, really difficult for SK to handle. Yeah, Rain's still working magic in these apartments in Palace.
Just one after another. And all the effort SK put in, all the restraint that they used to save those guns last round is just, had yesterday's lunch dumped on top of it here. FaZe now just looking for Pimp. A one-man army with nothing but a 5-7 and some armor. Very, very clean stuff for FaZe. And this is just building up their buffer more and more and more and more. Plant going to go down here, care of Fox. And, well, looks like Pimp has been detected. Fox is going to pick him off there easily enough here. And this is a very, very, very quiet SK gaming now. After such a strong first map, they really grounded out. Well, we said one team was going to be broken by that one, but I didn't exactly think it would be the winning team now with such a weak start.
Yeah, FaZe seems to be a little bit frustrated after that one. Maybe talking in between the maps and just saying clean up some of the small mistakes, the fundamental errors that we made, and let's get Mirage back. And so far, they're off to a really good start. Again, it's another 5 rifle buy for SK. No AWP, though, and very light utility. No kits whatsoever as well. So there's some opportunities here for FaZe. That's a nice window smoke, lands perfectly. But there's some opportunities now for FaZe to just start bullying them here.
And you got to expect that they're going to try and do that. SK lack, to some extent, stalling options. See Modi actually being brought over to the A side as well. We saw them stack 3 at B earlier on, and they've now just put him back in his place where he belongs. A lot of smoke towards mid for Freeze. He doesn't even really have that little angle to poke through to look towards underpass. So he's going to have to sit there and be patient as Fox is able to actually move unfettered down towards mid and gets himself into connector as well. And this collapse on towards A is going to be pretty nasty if FaZe can make these shots count. Asilian out in the open gets gunned down immediately by Rain, and this is Modi's chance to break cover. At least captures Rain on the backside as well. Nice little turn in towards AC, but Michaelelli, they're going to overwhelm him with numbers now. 3v2, Pimp and Magic forced to rotate. Magic will be slow. Pimp will be the one man at ticket booth yet again, which is where he was last round. So FaZe, if they don't have the memory of the goldfish, they'll be knowing to look there. Jacob, lucky to get away with his life there, but still doesn't. This is FaZe just stacking him one on top of the other, and eventually the pressure is going to get to SK. If they haven't broken already, it is definitely imminent.
Yeah, there's really not much Pimp can do here. This is a nice take from FaZe, and it's all down to Freeze, who's being smoked out in the mid window. Can't get any information, but still sticks around to watch for a boost. Can't find any info for his team. He's essentially taken out of that round by those smokes. So he's not mobile, he's not looking down connector. FaZe takes complete advantage of it. It's smoked off, and they just burst right through it as soon as the smoke fades. And this is a sick half. And the question becomes now, when does SK take a pause, if at all?
Yeah. What I don't get is the first buyout for SK, they put Freeze on A side, and he actually won the round for them. Got a couple of very, very important picks. Didn't even bother about mid. Then he goes back to mid just as FaZe starts smoking, and it has been an absolute non-factor since then. We'll see. FaZe will play it slow here. No mid-window smoke, just one to allow Michaelelli to take position in towards the mid. Fox has an AWP as well, as he did from last round. So they don't really care about smoking it. They kind of know that there's not going to be an AWP here for SK, so why bother?
Well, they're just waiting. Now they're just, look at how far back they're playing. They're just waiting for any kind of aggression. Rain's far back in Palace. Michaelelli's far back in mid. Jacob was far back in the B halls, looking to see if SK is going to try and push up and do anything creative. They're eventually going to hit over towards this A site. They're going to find it completely free.
Yeah. Trying to stack this one out here. It doesn't seem like it's going to work out as his FaZe, their first option always seems to be that A site here. So he's stacking B from SK. A gambit, a risk, no doubt about it. And again, there's always a reward in the stack if the enemy team goes there. However, FaZe want A. They're going to just try and lock this one down as well. Once they realize that they're knocking on an empty house, they're just going to push forward and start to get the bomb planted down. Although they have played this round quite slowly, we're not going to see SK ever leave B, really. I mean, there's not much point. Modi, I think, and Asilian now going to make the move through. SK might even try and push out on towards mid here as well. Slow stuff from FaZe here. Varying up the pace quite considerably, but there's the plant. They've now going to be able to stake out this site pretty nicely. Rain is sat back in towards CT as well. Watch, and he rotates, and he's just going to gun them down. It's just Freeze at the moment. Gets challenged by Pimp, strangely enough. He will fall. SK had nothing to lose but to try and go for some exits here.
Rain apparently didn't get enough kills in the last map because he's so hungry for him right now. He's going for it. very, very much isolated. He can get swarmed here, lose that AK-47, but he doesn't care. He just wants the kills. No. So Jacob watching from range as well, and actually Rain getting close up. That's what we're talking about. Modi punishes him. Now, can he get the AK-47? That's the next question. The answer is no, because AZ's already over here to guard it.
Yeah, no way AZ's going to let him get that one for free here as well. So Tower ticks down. Jacob finds Magisk there as well, who was set up right behind. He was actually wedged in between Michael and Fox there. So a couple exits here for SK Gaming. Could be a lot worse, and then straight away FaZe has brought up the AWP. No, it's not a tilt buy. They've definitely got the money to be going on with here now as well. Fully decked out SK Gaming. There's got to be around here, or it's going to be a very, very sad conclusion to the half for them. Definitely a lot more work to be done. Michael actually with AWP in hand, and not Fox.
And this time there is a switch up. FaZe is going to take the op over towards the B bomb site. He's going to push up towards Catwalk. He's smoked out at the base of it at least, so he's got to be a little bit cautious. Peering around the edge, just being careful. But all of FaZe is now lined up to go over towards the B bomb site. Michael Lilly's going to bring the bomb in there. Jacob's in underpass. AZ and Fox, this looks like it could just be a split towards the B bomb site again. Cillian and Pimp seem to have this feeling. They're both sitting at the top mid, but look at AZ. There goes Freeze. A really tough map for him so far. Hasn't been able to get anything going, and now that's the fastest rotate over towards the B bomb site. Magisk Boy is so incredibly isolated. No one from SK is even moving yet. No one cares about this B bomb site.
They just have no idea. I mean, they've been looking down connected, but they saw no one go towards short. They all went, of course, around the long way through courtyard, so there's no information for SK. They get AZ here. Again, that's still not going to provoke any quick rotations from them because it doesn't tell them anything. Magisk gets gunned down. There's going to be an easier plant here as well. FaZe now to keep SK in the dark up until this point, and now they can just stake out this B side as well. Really, really hard round for SK to win back, and going to be heartbreaking for them here as well, because this is definitely one of their last chances to get a respectable total of rounds in this half. FaZe just going to shut the door right in their face. Pimp now trying to make something happen here towards apartments, but he's just completely sent packing. It's just Modi. Ladder room, gets himself an AWP. He's going to just try and be satisfied with that, expecting a push, and reasonably enough for his FaZe. Just really want to choke the life out of SK here and not even have it get to the point of a tiebreaker or any of that kind of shenanigans here.
No, they don't want to deal with that at all. Well, you got to imagine it's probably pretty late over there as well.
Absolutely. We're all in the same boat here, no doubt about it. So that's the round. 9-1. SK Gaming. Just not their game, this one here as well. It's a shame considering they put up such a fight on Case, but it's not to be.
Michael Lilly at 16,000. Fox has 15,000. That's so much money built up.
It's just they're buying towards the end of the half now.
Pretty incredible. But still, full losing bonus for SK, and they're able to get away with that AWP, so they should have another pretty solid buy. 2 Famuses, but they have full utility behind it. They have a lot of things they can use. The question is it going to matter? Because FaZe has just beaten them up in these first 10 rounds. Everywhere they've gone, no matter what they've encountered, FaZe has been coming out on top.
And FaZe are targeting the right player. Freeze has been quiet as a church mouse, really, in terms of his overall impact.
Oh, they all have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you're 10 rounds in and your highest fraggers have 4 kills, so not even the kills going the way of SK whatsoever. They struggle finding him, and look at Jacob. Oh, there's one for Cillian. He almost transfers over, but he's got Pimp low. He's got a Cillian at about half, so damage is done. They're softened up.
Yeah, absolutely. Cillian having to force back. Magisk on the flank, though, as well, up towards top. I mean, he does see the player. He won't be able to connect him just yet. He does eventually get the shot on towards Fox. Cillian did fall, but he was already weak. 3 players left for FaZe. AZ wants to answer the threat of Magisk in the top of mid, and he goes very, very low. So SK making a few gambits, getting some results, but paying for it dearly in terms of their health points here. It still looks like it's going to be an A push for FaZe. Freeze looking towards Palace. That was Rain, who'll be just around the corner, taking his time to peek here. So Freeze back towards A here as well. We've seen him do good work on that one round that SK actually won, but he's flashed pretty heavily. Now Modi pushing forward, gets on towards AZ as well. Now FaZe starting to get collapsed upon themselves. Rain behind him as 2 players. In front is 1. Trying to choose a path of least resistance or at least get himself set up in a safe spot. Michael Lilly doesn't even know where to be looking towards yet. He knows Magisk is still there. Manages to pick him up there as well, evening the odds just a little bit more. Rain, despite being flashed, gets a bit of damage down. No kill, but it's going to be an up, and Michael Lilly just walks straight into the aim of Freeze. Goes down. I think Rain wants at least a plant at this stage with 10 health. It's a mammoth task for him and SK Gaming finally find a round back. There's the problem, though. These rounds are so few and far between. You reset the win bonus, if FaZe 10 around and then just wreck them here, it's just going to be impossible.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing, though, is that with that full losing bonus they've had for a couple of rounds, they had some money built up behind that. Also, they survived with 2 members again, I believe it was. They got the 3rd kill at the end. Yep. So they started with 2 members. So they have a couple guys. Pimp and Asilian, who 2,000 and 1,000. Muddy also has a 1,200. So it'll be a hard reset if they lose this, but they'll be able to force buy a little bit behind it if they choose to. Right. But yeah, I mean, getting a reset here if you're SK, if you don't string 2 together, your half is essentially over.
And that would be devastating for SK. So need to stack a few on.
And even FaZe doesn't have to necessarily even win this one. If they kill 4 people and lose, they have plenty of money to buy for the next couple rounds. So if they just keep the economy low of the CT side, so the win conditions for SK are dwindling.
And SK at no stage in the next 2 rounds are really going to be comfortable in terms of money. And let's not forget the buffer that FaZe built up for themselves as well. Pretty filthy amount of money here. So Freeze smoked out here at CT. He's finally at least going back there, but this is happening now. FaZe, they're going to reset this bonus if they keep going. Rain, 1 point of health here. And Freeze looking through the smoke, praying for Rain to show himself at least.
I mean, they just walked up a ramp. SK had no eyes on it whatsoever. There was no contact made until they were at, the closet. So, I mean, sick round from FaZe, just saying, all right, let's see what happens here. And Rain just bodies everyone. Now Jacob, just boy gets caught out with a nade in his hand, and this is going to be a save call from the last 2 members of SK.
Yeah, they have to. There's absolutely no choice there. Their money is going to be reset. That was the horror scenario that they were probably hoping to avoid here. Rain survives with 1 point of health. And FaZe literally just walked through. And it seems like Freeze's capacity to make a difference here is so flimsy. You either smoke mid-window or you smoke ticket. And Freeze is screwed. He gets completely cut out and he's not able to do anything at all. And, I mean, to be fair, no one in SK is getting decent frags. No one is really able to be the difference for their team. But cutting off the AWPer is definitely a great way to silence the team. You can see Freeze that last round that SK did win, was a main factor, but not in that round.
Yeah, this is now very, very tough. So you can see SK just knows they have to continue to buy. They have to start putting rounds on the board. They can't afford to full save. So Asilian and Modi, they have 2 CZs. There's at least 2 M4s behind this, and now it's all about getting aggressive, making sure your rifles are the ones to make contact. Pimp and Modi push up, but look at the mid play. Mike Lely, okay, AZ just clears out everyone. Why not?
Yeah, Michael Lely thought he might actually have someone to turn on to and fight, but no, the flash did do its work, though. Fox picks off Freeze as well, so takes out his opposite number, and 2 left for SK. Pimp has himself an M4.
Oh, he turns around. He would have, if he kept going, he would have found the bomb. Would have found AZ as well, which could have been a whole different issue, but he at least would have known where the bomb was down. And now with Jacob testing the waters over at B, AZ's going to have a free path to just plant. Yes. So SK just getting outplayed at the moment.
Well, another save, I guess. Yeah, a little bit further forward for Pimp, and it actually could have made all the difference. But no, be a B plant here, and Modi actually wants to try and peek into this one. Does find Fox as well, so that man at least getting some value back here for SK Gaming. One would think, though, we'd like to try and save that AK at some point.
Showing off the moves.
I like it. I like it a lot, but he's still got 2 players in front of him, and Jacob has a bit of utility. Just like that flash there, that's going to do the job. Modi, that's completely, the last thing he saw was white. And then he goes down. It's 11-2 here, FaZe Clan just stacking them on now as well. And now, of course, that pistol means so much more coming into that second half here. SK Gaming losing that one. And it's not going to be an impressive buy for them here as well. And they have to keep buying in whatever way they can, but
at this point, it's like, all right, just maybe save one, I guess. Instead of Pistol's Armor, just have one last buy, try and get your 3rd. Yep. You have to widen the window of opportunity you have in the second half however you can. There's a nice shot from Fox on Amadi.
Modi was not going to sort of back away and go for the repeat. He was just stood there hoping that Fox was going to poke into him there as well, just trying to tempt fate there. Not going to work out as FaZe looking very, very, very consistent now. Look at AZ and Jacob combining in mid, just gunning down on towards SK. Yeah, sure, they have no armor, but see, the reaction was excellent from them. Managed to get the shots in towards him here. Not good. 12-2, SK Gaming look a shadow of themselves that we saw on Cache. So they left their livelihoods back on that map, despite winning it, which is so crazy. And they're going to split this one. And looking at their performance here, if this is all you saw, Moses, you'd be like, well, they're lucky to split this series at all, considering how rough this game has been for them on Mirage.
Yeah, this is just an incredible turn of events. Maybe it is that just that little bit of a marathon match kind of exhausted them, especially when you're so much invested. At least the team that loses is like, all right, we shouldn't have lost that. Let's get it back. The team that wins is just like, all right, yay, celebrate. Yeah. And they're just all wiped out now. Look at the aggression again. It's not working out, although it did completely blind Rain. Fortunately, but Madi still took a while to find him. And he's going to get a second one as well. There goes Fox. So Madi coming alive here. Mag just now pushing up. This is like full YOLO mode. Just everyone go forward, see what you can find, and it's going to work out for him.
Well, that's Counter-Strike for you, Moses. Sometimes that kind of harebrained stuff does yield results. And it's going to be FaZe now to try and hold back. They've lost the bomb, of course, as that was dropped down earlier. It's a very, very aggressive push from Magisk. And he now can just watch that one here. So FaZe looking, SK looking for that third. Looks like they'll probably have that one here, I think. And I tell you what, they're going to be pretty fatigued after this one. AZ picking up Magisk. That actually puts FaZe back in this one, of course. They now have unfettered access to the bomb, essentially. Unless Modi and Acilian, you can see they're going to try and double stack this one as well. Modi just trying to slow things down. Going to sit right around the corner here and pimp from the backside. Will this be enough? AZ, well, doesn't get the first shot here. They cut down towards Michael, who has nothing but an AWP here as well. Great for close angle fights up here. Let's see what Michael can do with it. I'm telling you. He manages to make it work, at least flash out. He's just going to try and do whatever he can in this after as well. Oh, Modi, you, my friend, are going to have to get up early in the morning to get away with that kind of play. Michael will wreck him. There comes the grenade on towards Acilian. Does connect, albeit only lightly. Michael can sneak the bomb away. Here we expect Acilian to push him. Oh dear, we went for the bravado at the end there. Not going to work out, but still.
I can't believe he went for that.
Yeah, me neither. I thought he'd just maybe pick it up and sneak away, but I mean, 12 rounds, pistol round and win game. I don't know.
I figured he'd just pick it up and run and just go win the round.
Yeah, me too.
Oh well.
Bit strange.
Some sick shots though from Michael. That was some really, really nice stuff. But yeah, 12-3. Poor SK.
Yeah, very, very, probably pretty quiet on their front right now, is trying to make back some pride, if not the game. And yeah, this pistol going to be very, very telling. I'd be interested to see how that changes the way that these two teams actually played that one out. As we are going to be into this one, guys. Last half of the night, FaZe Clan up against SK Gaming. FaZe that is, looking to try and split this series, having already lost the first one. An absolute blockbuster. At least we kind of even things out here. First game going super long. Second game might just be a quick one, Moses.
Yeah, it could be. And it's all, you're right, it is all going to lie on this pistol round. What is going to happen here? So FaZe on the CT side, they are going to set up. Fox is going to go towards the mid window. AZ and Michael playing over towards the A bomb site. It looks like SK is just saying, all right, guys, all 5 towards B. Let's do a contact push, see what we can find. So it's going to be Jacob to try and spot them out. And he is pretty committed here. There's a smoke and 2 flashes. Now he's spotted. Now he's spotted multiple, trying to fall away. Backup's on the way. Can he get anything? He does find 1 kill. Rain's there as well. He's in some trouble, though, and he might fall here. 4 bullets left. He can't connect any of the headshots. Quick flank up catwalk, though. Fox and AZ. And Fox 1 more. Why not? Clear him out, Madi. 2-on-1 situation. And your team desperately needs this, and AZ is just going to rip your face off.
No good for SK there as well. Actually, a decent start. We saw them making their way through carpets, or apartments, should I say, and yeah, just not able to really make it once they got on towards that site. A couple of kills coming their way, but the reinforcements from FaZe coming from short. That shut them on down here, and we will see SK understandably go for a bit of a force here. It's a UMP for Magisk. And, well, yeah, double P90 coming up for FaZe. They're not above this kind of play. They're definitely going to try and put the lid on the coffin here as well, and Vendetta would know all about those. Maybe you can make some recommendations. The really nice plush ones with the velvet. Give them a good night's sleep. We're just trying to keep it together here, everyone. I think we've lost Moses. Out to Moses. No. And now he's giving me the puppy dog eyes. I'm sorry, Alva. I'm sorry. I had to go for it. Well, at least nothing's happened this round for us to miss, Moses. That's something. It's going to be a set play over towards this A site. We've lost everyone. We've got an A play here as well. AZ, we sat around the corner. And there's Michael. The double nade is going to hurt. And there's AZ as well, getting 2 for himself. Freeze. Oh, well. He's going to try and make something happen here. Jacob falls. And he's going to try and get a second. No good. FaZe is going to take this one away pretty easily there. Another round coming up for them and SK Gaming. Looking sad, sorry, and defeated.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Okay, mate. We've lost him.
I'm semi-broken, kind of here. That was, yeah, so another slaughter. I actually didn't see a second of that round. I was laughing too hard. So, well done.
No, it's,
back onto the force buy, though, for SK. I'll take this round. He did the whole last one. Nade comes out from Fox through the smoke. Oh, that's perfect nade. And even spamming right through, Fox is just going to decimate him. And then here comes everyone from FaZe is essentially just frag hunting right now. They're saying it's fair game. Everyone go forward, find your kills. Even one towards Palace. AZ's going to take that one out. He's got 3 kills in the round. It's so quickly down to Magisboy. Looks like they just want to get the thrashing over as quickly as possible as well with just some of these rushes. Oh, he finds a target right out in the open, but of course, this is just the kind of match that SK is having, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pretty decent metaphor, actually, for how they've gone here on Mirage. Try as they might, still can't make things happen there as well. So a little bit of target practice for Magisk. Not going to quite work out. And here's match point for FaZe. SK Gaming's economy not looking too flash. We've got an AK, we've got an UMP, 2 Desert Eagles, and a Tech 9. Got some utility, at least. Pimp doesn't care about that one. He just cares about laying down the pain with the AK. Let's see what they can do, though. Straight towards mid. Grenade comes in. Rain will be holding from mid window here. It is Fox, actually, with the AWP short.
And actually, Rain hears him in underpass. Oh, he gets wrecked. That's a Tech 9 for you. Cillian finds it, but there's the up of Michael chiming in as well. And SK, Pimp is going to work his way up catwalk. He's got the AK-47, but his teammates are all falling. There's a nice headshot. One more towards ladder room, and he's going to hunt that down, but he gets traded off again from the UMP. Switches over to the M4. And actually the bomb, Cillian hasn't gotten into the action. He's down to 11 HP, and Michael wins that battle, so it's all down to Cillian running through Palace.
I feel like FaZe second-guessed himself there. From what we could see, he saw the head, but maybe a little bit slow to take the shot. Cillian at least can plant this one, but 11 health for the man. Does have a smoke at least, and a flash.
He's about to just get covered in napalm. 2 Molotovs.
Yeah, Jaken's not going to show any mercy here as well. Kind of like FaZe Clan haven't at all. He does get picked up. We are going to see a defuse here. And the night does finish with a split series. FaZe Clan do take it 16-3 over SK Gaming. Not a close game by any stretch of the imagination. It was an absolute rampant T-side that definitely gave FaZe the start they needed.
Yeah, that was brutal. Just constant economic resets on the FaZe side. Really well put together. Never letting SK gain any kind of footing or traction in the match. They just kept beating them up.
Very, very tough stuff here as well. It's getting late here, guys, so we're going to make it pretty quick. Pass it over to the desk. It's been a pleasure to have you guys here with us as well. Hope you've enjoyed, but now it's over to our experts to break it down.
Thank you very much, guys. So, you both fired. You both got it wrong. It split 1-1 again. I offered it you from the start. I was like, it's split. Every single game split tonight. I was like, you could take this 1-1.
I don't know
we
what
got it
I even
50%
betted
right.
on. I don't even know anymore. I just witnessed Moses turn beetroot from laughing.
Yeah,
I don't
actually.
understand life anymore, but it's really funny, whatever it is.
Mitch completely broke Moses. Like, literally broke him.
Snapped him in half.
Yeah, obviously, people on stream couldn't hear it.
Oh, they
because
did. They did. Like, I
heard
just
it
looked
through?
at chat and just
yeah.
flat
Because
out
I think
laughing.
Moses was doing his best to hold the cough button for about a whole round.
But when
while
you're
just
next to someone like
laughing.
this close, it doesn't cover much, Moses.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, yeah, well, I mean, let's briefly talk about the game. 16-3, there's not a great deal to talk about, really.
It was,
They're just...
pretty brutal.
It was brutal. It was about...
Some might say savage.
Savage, yeah.
Somebody might say
I felt
wrecked.
They were wrecked. They were wrecked there, boys. They were wrecked. After a 20
just keeps going.
25-23.
It was a
Oh dear, it's been a long day, guys. It's been a long. Oh, thanks, Matt. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, right.
Get him on the solo shot.
Get it close. Really, yeah. Nah. Okay, enough of that. Let's back away. Let's get the scores on your screen. Let's just get back to the start. There we go. The start of the day. This is where
it feels
all
so
happened.
long ago, Lee.
It does feel a long ago. Honestly, the score was pretty much boosted. 16-10 Astralis. It should have been a much bigger score. Envy got very lucky with picking up both pistols, honestly. 16-7 was the follow-on score. They won Inferno. Much better performance from them. MBK leading from the front there on Inferno. Meanwhile, we moved on, of course, to a very close game that Virtus Pro actually picked up. Their second win of the season was on Train against G2. And then, of course, G2 actually woke up and destroyed them on Overpass 16-6. Then, of course, there it is, that gigantic overtime game. 25-23. SK Gaming finally woke up to FaZe's plans. They went A, all regular time, and went B, all overtime. It's like, guys, we know what it is. Genius planning there. And then, of course, FaZe Clan's like, hang on, guys, we actually should be winning this. And split it. So, split 1-1 all the way through tonight. And that doesn't do anybody any favors, apart from Astralis, because they're sitting pretty up the top right now.
Yeah, it's just made it an even bigger gap, I guess, between the very tip top, who are sitting relatively pretty, going, wonderful, get closer to each other down there, you peons. Just enjoying it all from the view up top. But yeah, it does mean that it gets even closer now. And if Virtus Pro start picking up wins, it gets even scarier for everyone else.
Yeah. A win for Virtus Pro. I mean, they've doubled themselves already. They're up to 2 wins, guys. 2-14, Virtus Pro. No longer on the bottom. Flip side are. Yep. And speaking of flip side, let's check out tomorrow's game because they are in action. It's going to to be a tough old challenge for them, though. Starting off the day will be SK, as we just saw up against Astralis. Need to check where that clash is. They're on Train and Mirage, and then of course it is another Train and Overpass, this time G2 versus Flipside. Flipside still hunting for their first win. And we finish up the night with Fnatic back in action. The winners over in Katowice, they're up against Mouse Sports. Definitely a big challenge for Mouse, no doubt. I think they're still searching their first
Team
one as
Nico.
well.
Team Nico, yeah.
Team Nico is indeed what I meant there. But if you guys want to watch some North American Counter-Strike action, it's already underway. It's over on the B stream. Just put a B on the end of your stream and you can go straight over to it. It is AGG versus NRG, then Cloud9 Complexity, and then Renegades Optics. So a busy night for those guys over in America. What Moses doesn't realize is he is now casting those. He's going to be staying a little bit longer while we all go to the bar. But anyway, guys, we will be back tomorrow. It's going to be 6 Central European time. We'll see you then. Good night.